Sewing machines are a bit machiny. So for those of us who walk through life entirely unaware as to how most things we interact with work, they can feel quite intimidating. Have no fear though, I'm here to walk you through the anatomy of a sewing machine. To be clear, anatomy might be a bit of a stretch here. I won't be going into the details of all the gears and pulleys or little elves or whatever else is inside the machine to make that needle go up and down. I'll be covering more the what than the how. Not because I don't understand it, because I totally do. There are a few basic elements that all sewing machines have. They are going to have a place to put a spool of thread, which weaves through the machine to a needle. The path from spool to needle seems way more complicated than it actually is. It pretty much always starts at the top, goes left before going down, goes up, and down again. Modern machines often have graphics detailing this path on the machine itself. When you sew, that needle with a thread in it goes up and down into the fabric and meets what's called a bobbin. Together, the thread from the top spool and the thread from the bobbin create a connective loop, which we call a stitch. All machines are going to have a pedal, which when you press it, it makes the needle go up and down. Some machines have a setting that makes that happen even slower. Use it. I see a lot of beginner sewers feel like they have to go fast and then feel kind of out of control, so they try to slow things down by gripping onto the fabric, but that's just going to make things really messy. The presser foot fits on either side of the needle and, along with the feed dogs, which move up and down as you sew, helps move the fabric along but keep it in kind of order. The presser foot can be raised to get the fabric in and out and lowered for when you're sewing, with a lever which is typically next to the needle or behind it. When you want to go really slowly, maybe at the beginning or end of a stitch, at a corner, or in a finicky space, there's a hand crank, which does the same thing as the pedal, only manually. The settings option is where you're going to see the most variations across machines. Some machines have computers with hundreds of options, and some only have a couple. Across the board, all machines should have a backstitch option, which allows you to lock stitches in place by sewing backwards over stitches, a tension setting, which determines the tightness at which the thread goes through the machine, and stitch length settings. This might look like this, or this, or this. If you have a machine with lots of additional settings and doohickeys, that's great, but don't let them overwhelm you. If you understand just these elements, you can ignore everything else until you're ready.